How's it going, everybody? Ian back with another video today. Is just going to be a quick reading update. I finished 3 books in 3 days. Um, yeah, uh, yeah. That's I had a lot of time in my hand, I guess. Didn't really do much for my weekend. Just read. So let's get started. The first book I started on the 19th, and I got done with it a couple hours ago. I was very surprised how fast it went. Uh, you know, it was actually a pretty decent book, and it made you keep reading. That's awesome. That is The Gutter Prayer. Prayer. I don't know. Gareth Hanrahan wrote it. Um, usually I'm not huge into like thief stories. That's just heist stories, I guess. But this one, the world building and the monster creation just pulled me in. The monsters in this, or the creatures, if you will, are in this, are fantastic. Uh, they've got a thing called the crawling one, and that is like a bunch of worms that come collectively together to form a humanoid shaped body, and they talk through like a I think it was some sort of mass that they were talking through echoes it through, produces words we can understand. So like you take a knife to this thing, or this is like there are guns in this book, like steampunk, I guess you should say. Who would say you shoot this thing and it'll just take out some worms, but it'll just repopulate. Um, there's these things called the Tallow Men, and they are like the guards of this realm. They're basically walking candles. They're humanoid like candles. They look absolutely terrifying. Their faces all like muddy or waxy, melted wax, and um, I think they've got a burning head because it's a candle. But that's weird. And then my favorite is you have a character in here called Spar. Spar is one of your main characters. Spar. So basically, he's got this disease, and it's kind of like the Game of Thrones disease that Friend Zone had. I can't remember his damn name. You guys have no idea what that's just a nicknames that we gave all the Game of Thrones people. So Friend Zone had this like scale disease, basically where he's like he's scaling over with rock. So what this is these stone men is what they're called. They get this disease, and they slowly are turning into living statues. So they have to constantly be moving, or their joints will turn to stone, and they'll basically stone over, and they'll suffocate or not suffocate. I suppose if their mouth shuts and they have nowhere to get the air in, they'll suffocate, or they'll just be in there and starve to death unless somebody takes pity and basically is like treated like a house plant that you feed every once in a while. But so he can't even. The way the author described it is they cannot sleep for more than about a half hour, so they have to constantly be waking up and like moving, or they'll petrify and turn into a rock. So give this one a go. Check it out. And I just finished. Again, you can't really see it's No Safe Place by Matt Hilton. This is number 11. I've got one more. There's 12 of these Joe Hunter books out written so far. My guess is there's going to be more. But so yeah, he's he's a British guy who lives in Florida, and he runs like a security business. And they get hired out. Him and his buddy get hired out to do jobs. This one is basically a mom gets killed, and he's got to protect the son and find out who killed him. And the dad's kind of a jerk face. So yeah, 3 stars. All right, I finished The Lord of Chaos by Robert Jordan. I'm going to talk about this at the end, so there will be spoiler talk at the end. I will warn y'all, but I will talk about that. All right, next up, I've been looking forward to this for about 3 years. Fucking COVID. The Two Lost Mountains by Matthew Riley. Jack West Jr. There's going to be one more Jack West Jr. book after this, I'm guessing. I think it's going to be the final one. It's the one, something Labyrinth. The one Labyrinth. That's coming out. I'm going to try to get it as soon as it gets out. I'll probably have to order it from Australia. This is the UK edition because COVID is still fucking with the United States production. So I had to order this online. So this I'm going to crack open tonight, right after we get done here, and hopefully I'll be done with this by the weekend. I don't really want to be, though, because I want to savor every word of this. Highly recommend if you are any interest in, I know I keep on saying this, Indiana Jones on steroids. Go check out Matthew Riley, especially the Jack West Jr. series. All right, and my other book that I'm going to dabble in, the fantasy book, if you will. This is not really, because I usually, I'll read one fantasy book along with a thriller book, just to cleanse the palate a little bit. The thriller books I can get through a lot easier. This one, it's not really a thriller, fantasy, but I'm going to give Stephen King's The Institute a try. This is basically, from what it looks like, it's like, it reminds me of, if you guys have ever seen Logan, that fantastic movie, how the kids are all, experimented on because they have powers. Kind of reminds me of that. Basically, all these kids have like telekinesis and telepathy, and how they are, they're taken away. And from what I can tell, I don't know, I didn't really read the back, but I'll give this one a try. Stephen King's kind of missed for me. Haven't really liked any of his new books. I guess the only ones I've really liked are like Joyland I liked. Elevation was okay. And that was it. I didn't like The Outsider. I did not like the Mr. Mercedes trilogy. I think, was that called the Bill Hodges trilogy? I read the first one. Didn't like that. Yeah, I didn't like The Outsider. I haven't read The Colorado Kid or Later yet. Apparently those are a lot more along the lines of like a mystery kind of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna give Stephen King a try here. Oh, I read If It Bleeds. I think that was his latest one, I believe. I think I only like one out of those. I think there was 4 stories in there. All right, let's wrap this up. Spoilers from here on out. Well, let's not really yet. First of all, 2 stars on this. 2 stars. Okay, I'm going to talk about spoilers. So take care, everybody. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, I'll see you next time. All right, let's get into this. So I gave this 2 stars. It's better than Fires of Heaven. Fires of Heaven was probably the worst Wheel of Time book. Dragon Reborn was down there too. But so Lord of Chaos. It was a step up from that, but it still was. It was too much slog. All right, the ending, it got really, really interesting. Rand was kidnapped by the, I guess you should say, evil Aes Sedai. So there was a battle at the very end, which is standard for Jordan to have some sort of battle at the end. Is he nailing him? I don't think he is. This was okay. That's why I gave it 2 stars. It was going to get a 1, but that last little suspense, last 100 and so pages that, like, holy shit, Rand got caught and, he's trying to channel and he can't channel. He's stuck in the box. What's in the box? Blah, blah, blah. I've lost my train of thought. Okay. What was I saying? All right. So, yeah, 2 stars. I will start the second one. I think that's only 800 pages, and I think I've entered the slog. This was a slog. But I think the next one is the start of those slog books. So, I'll be pushing with that. And I believe I'm looking at it over there. It looks smaller. I'm pretty sure it is like 800 pages. I think it's 200 pages more less. So I should be able to. That should fly by now because I've been used to reading these 1,200 page books. No, this was 1,050. It looks like. But I'm glad Perrin's back. I really enjoyed his chapters in Shadow Rising. So I really enjoyed Shadow Rising. To be honest, I did enjoy that one. And yeah, so he came back and kind of saved the day, I guess. Matt's coming into his own. I'm kind of interested. He's got his own little militia. It looks like I think it's called the Band or something like that. So that's a little interesting. The girls, Egwene, Elaine, Nynaeve. Nynaeve's chapters are. It's drivel. I'm getting tired of the dream stuff. I was tired of the dream stuff, so I kind of, I'll skim through some of those chapters, just like, my God. But overall, like, not a whole lot happens until the last 100. It started out all right because, Rand got attacked by, that was kind of cool where he caught the arrow out of the air when the White Cloaks were attacking. So I am interested to see what happens between him and the White Cloaks. What's his name? Niall, I believe his name is. Niall Pedron or something like that. I'm interested in that. We did finally find out where, I think, the fuck's his name? Shoot. Padan Fain. He showed up in one small little chapter, so that was pretty interesting. We are starting to figure out more of the villains. That Demodred, is it Demodred? Demodred he's an interesting character. And then Samuel, I don't know. He's trying to keep his nose clean, but that's going to come bite his ass. And Mo Gideon got away. So that's interesting. I wasn't really caring about that storyline too much, but Mo Gideon is back with the Dark Friends. It looks like Dark Side. That because they took the bracelet or the necklace off or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. We still don't know if Moraine's back yet. So is she really dead? I don't think she's dead. So we didn't see her. I mean, I guess a big thing is that Egwene is to be the Amaryllin's seat. So that's a plot. Bring her up, or I guess we'll see how she handles that. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, it's a step up from Fires of Heaven. That's not saying much because I hated Fires of Heaven. But I'm interested to see what's going on. So I will, starting August 1st, I will start the next one, and we'll see where that goes. All right, I'm rambling now, and I don't like rambling. I love rambling. All right, have a good one.